Right now, over 537 million people worldwide are living with diabetes, and nearly half of them do not even know it. And while they go about their daily lives, inside their bodies, something devastating is unfolding that most of them cannot feel. Diabetes is not just a blood sugar problem, it is a full-body destroyer, silently working through your kidneys, eyes, nerves, heart, liver, and brain, organ by organ, year by year. Today, we go inside the diabetic body, organ by organ, to see exactly what elevated blood sugar does in stunning 3D detail. By the end, you will understand why diabetes is the leading cause of blindness, kidney failure, and limb loss in the world. And you will know exactly what you can do, starting today, to protect yourself. To understand how diabetes destroys organs, we first need to understand what is happening inside the diabetic body. Every time you eat carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into glucose, a simple sugar molecule that every cell in your body uses for energy. As blood glucose rises, your pancreatic beta cells detect the change and release insulin into the bloodstream. Insulin is a key, and every cell in your body has a lock. When insulin binds, the cell opens its doors and glucose flows in. In type 1 diabetes, the immune system mistakenly identifies beta cells as foreign and removes them, leaving the pancreas unable to produce insulin. In type 2 diabetes, which accounts for over 90% of all cases, cells throughout the body become resistant to insulin. The locks become frozen. The pancreas works harder and harder to produce more insulin, until eventually the overworked beta cells begin to fail. Now glucose has nowhere to go. Blood sugar stays permanently elevated, and every organ in your body begins to pay the price. The primary mechanism of destruction is glycation, when excess glucose chemically bonds to proteins and fats, permanently altering their structure. These glycated proteins trigger inflammation, stiffen blood vessel walls, and impair the function of every tissue they accumulate in. Our first destination is the kidney, the organ most devastated by diabetes over time. Each kidney contains roughly 1 million microscopic filtration units called nephrons. And at the heart of each nephron is a tiny ball of capillaries called the glomerulus. In a healthy kidney, the glomerular filter is precise, allowing waste to pass while keeping protein safely in the blood. But chronic high blood sugar damages the glomerular basement membrane, causing it to thicken and lose its selective properties. Simultaneously, the mesangial cells, the structural support cells inside the glomerulus, begin to overproduce matrix material. The damaged filter becomes leaky, and albumin, the main protein in blood, begins appearing in the urine. This is called microalbuminuria. As kidney damage progresses, the condition advances to glomerulosclerosis, where scar tissue replaces functional filtering tissue. As nephrons are destroyed, the remaining ones compensate by filtering more, which paradoxically accelerates their own damage. End-stage kidney disease means the kidneys can no longer sustain life, and the patient requires dialysis or transplantation to survive. With good blood sugar control, kidney damage can be slowed dramatically, and in early stages, even partially reversed. The same vascular destruction happening in the kidneys is simultaneously occurring in the retina of your eyes. The retinal capillaries are among the finest blood vessels in the human body, and they are exquisitely sensitive to blood sugar fluctuations. High blood sugar causes parasite cells to detach from retinal capillaries, leaving the vessel walls structurally weakened. These weakened walls balloon outward into microaneurysms, small pouches that leak fluid and blood onto the retina. In advanced stages, the oxygen-deprived retina releases growth signals, triggering the growth of fragile new abnormal blood vessels. These fragile new vessels hemorrhage easily, potentially causing sudden severe vision loss and ultimately blindness. Moving to the nervous system, diabetes is the most common cause of peripheral neuropathy in the world. The tiny blood vessels feeding your nerves, called vasa nervorum, are damaged by high blood sugar, starving the nerve of oxygen. Simultaneously, excess sorbitol accumulates inside nerve cells, causing the myelin sheath to break down. Without proper myelin insulation, nerve signals misfire, slow down, or fail to reach their destination, causing pain, tingling, and eventually complete numbness. The most dangerous consequence of neuropathy is losing the ability to feel pain in the feet, turning small injuries into life-threatening infections. Now to the heart, where diabetes doubles or triples the risk of heart attack. Diabetes accelerates atherosclerosis through multiple mechanisms, directly damaging artery walls, oxidizing LDL cholesterol, and promoting inflammation. Diabetes also causes cardiac autonomic neuropathy, damaging the nerves that regulate heartbeat and making silent heart attacks far more likely. The organ damage from diabetes extends far beyond what most people are aware of. The liver is dramatically affected because insulin resistance fundamentally disrupts how the liver manages metabolism. In a normal state, insulin tells the liver to stop producing glucose after a meal. In insulin resistance, the liver ignores this signal. Simultaneously, fat begins to accumulate inside liver cells, a condition called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. This fatty liver progresses to inflammation, then to fibrosis, and in some cases, cirrhosis and liver cancer. The brain is also silently threatened, with diabetes more than doubling the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. High blood sugar damages the small blood vessels supplying white matter, causing gradual cognitive decline through a condition called cerebral small vessel disease. The immune system is also compromised. High blood sugar directly impairs the function of white blood cells. This immune suppression means wounds heal poorly, infections become severe quickly, and common illnesses can become life-threatening. After everything we have seen, the most important question, can the damage be stopped? Can diabetes be reversed? For type 1 diabetes, technology is transforming management. Continuous glucose monitors and automated insulin pumps work together as an artificial pancreas. For type 2 diabetes, the evidence is extraordinary. Multiple major clinical trials have shown that it can be put into complete remission. The primary driver of type 2 reversal is weight loss, specifically the removal of fat from the liver and pancreas. Even a 10 to 15% reduction in body weight can dramatically restore insulin sensitivity and put type 2 diabetes into remission. The dietary change with the strongest evidence, reducing ultra-processed foods and refined carbohydrates, directly reduces the glucose burden on the pancreas. Exercise is medicine. Muscle contractions during physical activity pull glucose directly out of the bloodstream, independently of insulin. Modern medications provide powerful additional tools. Metformin, GLP-1 receptor agonists, and SGLT2 inhibitors each work through completely different mechanisms. GLP-1 receptor agonists, like semaglutide, have revolutionized diabetes treatment by also causing significant weight loss and cardiovascular protection. The earlier action is taken, the more reversible the damage. Early kidney damage can be stabilized. Nerve function can partially recover. Cardiovascular risk can be dramatically cut. Diabetes is not a destiny. It is a condition that responds powerfully and measurably to the decisions you make every single day. Your body wants to heal. Give it the right conditions, and it will.